Then shall the righteous shine as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a treasure hid in the field, the which when a man hath found, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he hath, and buyeth that field. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a merchant man seeking goodly pearls, who, when he had found one pearl of great price, went and sold all that he had and bought it. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net that was cast into the sea, and gathered of every kind, which when it was full, they drew to shore, and sat down, and gathered the good into vessels, but cast the bad away.
Consider the lilies, how they grow. They toil not, they spin not. And yet I say unto you that Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. If then God so clothed the grass, which is today in the field and tomorrow is cast into the oven, how much more will he clothe you, O ye of little faith? And seek not ye what ye shall eat or what ye shall drink, neither be ye of doubtful mind. For all these things do the nations of the world seek after, and your Father knoweth that ye have need of these things. But rather seek ye the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be added unto you. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Sell that ye have, and give alms. Provide yourselves bags which wax not old, a treasure in the heavens that faileth not, where no thief approacheth, neither moth corrupteth. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
The transfer of rulership is coming, and the kingdom of heaven will be on earth. Righteousness will be spread throughout the whole four corners of the earth. Wickedness will be put down.
Help me! The Israelites! Help me! Help me! The Israelites are coming! Help!
You are nothing to me, you are nothing to the Lord, you are nothing but an Edomite.
I am an Edomite. My kingdom is finished. I'm at my end.
Why did God make us Edomites?
I hate my life.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Bahashem, Makakadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to us younger brothers. And peace and blessings and salutation to the hopeful lake out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds. In the name of Yahweh Bashem Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Shah. All right, and what I want to get into today, tonight rather, is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, and verse let's start at 10, because we're seeing, it's a lot going on all the time now. Things are happening quicker than ever, things are happening faster than ever, things are, speeding up to the end. Okay, and what we're seeing is the devil, he's becoming more and more frantic, all right, and how he's ruling the earth, okay, because his rulership is slipping from him, and the devil has a hell of a task to try to transfer from this old system to a new system, okay, because he has to shut this old system down in order to set up and to try to establish a new one, okay, and we're in the transition of that, man. Okay, and the devil has his hands full. Yahweh Bashem Shah has it to where Esau Edom has to do a lot of things at one time to try to pull this off, because he's trying to be the Most High. Okay, there's not no simple thing, a light thing to do. Okay, he has this technology, but this technology doesn't put him where it thinks he is according to trying to be the Most High. he's going to fall short. Okay. And Yahweh Shai is going to come and finish this man off, man. Okay. He's going to come and finish this kingdom. You see? And this devil, he's more exposed than ever. Okay. He's more, he's more frantic than ever. You see? And now he's at the point to where only thing he can do is what's written in the scriptures. Only thing he can do is fulfill scriptures, man. And this devil trying his damnedest not to do that, but he got to. Okay? Because he's subjugated to their will. So when you go to Jeremiah 49:10, it said, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. Okay, so Esau is being made bare. Okay, he's being laid wide open for those that can see, for those that can hear, according to the Spirit. You see, the hopeful elect see this man exactly for what it is. Okay, and then even those that's outside of the truth, you see, there's a resistance that's rising up against the devil and what he's trying to do. And he's being called out from everywhere, man. Okay, he's been called out from every aspect, man. Certain insiders that's turned on them, certain people that, have dedicated themselves to, alternative news, and which we know it's a lot of controlled opposition. But even within that, the fact that he got to do that, he got to work against himself, okay, to try to stop from being exposed. He got to allow certain, controlled opposition to bring out certain truth and inside information, okay, to try to make it seem, to try to mitigate him being exposed, because he can't stop it. So now he's trying to mitigate. Okay, let's see. Let's get that word. Because he can't stop himself from being exposed. All right, let's see. All right, so when you go into mitigate, it said mitigate means to make something less severe, harsh, painful, or intense. Okay, to mitigate means to make something less severe, harsh, painful, or intense. And this devil is trying to mitigate his exposure, trying to make it less severe. And that's why you see him, coming with all these, the Epstein files, the Diddy, the R. Kelly, the this, the that, the Greenland, the EU said this and this, because he's all over the place, man. Okay, he's just trying to heap up confusion and he's just trying to heap up as much confusion and distraction as he can while he tries to pull off this new world order. Okay, so this devil, he's throwing everything he got. He's throwing every distraction he got. Okay, Nicki Minaj with Donald Trump, like what is that? Okay, what are y'all doing? And they make a big deal about it, like, okay, a harlot is with the president. She's nothing but a temple harlot. Okay, she's old news. Okay, she been ran through decades ago. What are we talking about? With some Nicki Minaj and Donald Trump. What does that mean? Okay, what's the significance of that? This devil, he's lost it, man. Okay, the fact that he got to keep going to gimmicks, even this military, this mighty military, got to resort to gimmicks. His military got to do gimmicks, showing you he's at the end. Okay, the American dollar, he can't destroy, all right, these other nations, the nations that matter, according to prophecy. Okay, there was a time when the American dollar, okay, used to devastate these nations' economy. Russia, China, Iran, other players. But now it doesn't have that effect anymore. So now he got to go to war. You see, now he got to go put some boots on the ground, man. And that's the end of this man. Okay, so let's go back. Let's get some more scriptures. This is Jeremiah 49:10 said, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. He shall not be able to hide himself. He is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbor, and he is not. So the Lord always goes into this man being revealed, and the Lord goes into his destruction. They go together. All right. So we saying this man being revealed at an all-time high. Here it is. You got Sam Altman, that's supposed to be, all right. He called himself a small head, Jewish. Okay, he's a 48er, the so-called chosen people. But he can't even give a definite answer about the Most High. Was he believe in the higher power or not? Okay, so how the hell can that even match up? You're the chosen people of the Most High, but you can't even give a definite answer of the Most High. You got all this technology and all this what you call it, archaeology. Okay, here you got billions and trillion dollars of worth of technology. Okay, but you can't give a definite answer of the Most High. You see, he's caught. Okay, his narratives they too far apart from each other. He can't keep this. He can't keep it together. Okay, and the only thing left for this man is to absolutely lose it and wild out with the sword, man. You know, and that's when the Lord gonna wild out with that nigga, man. You see, because the Lord's gonna allow him to wreak havoc in the earth. You know, because he's gonna use this devil, okay, to judge. He's gonna use him as a left-hand instrument to judge. Okay, before he's judged. Okay, so the Lord gonna get a little more use out this nigga on the left-hand side for judging the masses. Okay, but then he's gonna be judged, man. You see, but he got all these different conflicting narratives, and nothing is adding up anymore. Nothing is making less and less sense. The closer we get to the New World Order plan, the dumber it is. The more foolish it seems. Okay, because it is, and that's the Most High making this man be foolish, man. Everything that he has worked towards and put all this time and energy and resources and money in, he done hyped himself up. He done projected all this power to get to the end just for the Most High to embarrass this nigga, man. Okay, when you go to let's get this in the book of Daniel. Get this in the book of Daniel, chapter 5. All right. Get to the point. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 5, and verse 24. It says, Then was the part of the hand sent from him, and this writing was written. And this is the writing that was written, many to call a parson. This is the interpretation of the thing, many. All right. The Most High has numbered thy kingdom and finished it. Okay. And you read this in the NLT, it said, this is what these words mean. Many means numbered. The Most High has numbered the days of your reign and has brought it to an end. Okay. So Esau's days are numbered, literally, man. Okay, we're living through the countdown of the end of this man's empire, the end of this man's rulership. This is what we're living through. Okay, this is what our forefathers look forward to, man. All right, the heathen being removed from power permanently, man. Because Esau, he's the last heathen that's up. Okay, so this man's days are numbered. Okay, literally, man. And we're in the countdown, and we're in this man's last days. Okay. You can number it in days. Okay, this man don't got decades left. He got days left, man. Okay, because what? It's only 365 days in a year. Okay, so even if he got 1,000, 2,000 days left, that's not a long time. Just throwing the number out there. No one knows the time except the Heavenly Father. Even Yahweh Shai doesn't know. Okay, but just hey, it's down to the days now. Every day, this nigga is trying to. Hey, every day Esau can't waste time. You see, we're coming into immortality. Esau is trying to stop from being removed from power. Okay, so time is not a factor for us. Okay, every day we're gaining ground because we're closer to this devil being removed. We're closer to the Lord's judgment. Okay, but for him, it's a countdown. For us, it's a count up. Okay, you see that? So time is not on this nigga's side, man. Okay, so this man is gonna get more frantic. All right, we're gonna see more attacking this. We're gonna see more of this devil with the gimmicks. Okay, because he got a lot to do. Okay, and his days are numbered. You see, even when you go here, and we'll go back to that Daniel. Well, let's go here real quick. What did Yahweh Shah say? Because Yahweh Shah summed this nigga kingdom up. Okay, when you go to Luke chapter 21 and verse 24, it says, and they, speaking of us, mainly the southern kingdom at this time, it says, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, going to 70 AD. Okay, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And eventually, in 70 AD, a lot of our people fled, fled through the, what we call the Atlas Mountains, mainly into the interiors of Africa, mainly selling in the West, and Western interior Africa, man. Jake is everywhere, and Jake fled other places too, but that was the main, hub. Okay, and then you had some Jake that was captured during 70 AD and taken into captivity then. Okay, because all it takes is a few Jakes to go into captivity, and hey, now you got a population of Jake in that area, man. Okay, because this was a part of what's being scattered. Okay, but the main, bulk, all right, of what's going into captivity was the transatlantic slave trade and the sub-Saharan slave trade. Which the transatlantic took us, to the Western hemisphere. The sub-Saharan took us more to the east. Okay, as the Lord said, He will spread us in all directions. Okay, as a punishment. You see, and it says, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Okay, on the NLT it says, trampled down by the Gentiles until the period of the Gentiles come to an end, and we at that end, and this was actual heathens that is speaking of. Okay, because you have actual heathens in our land, these small hats and these Ishmaelites, we call them Palestinians. Okay, all these heathens that's in our land, they're fighting and warring over our land, and it belongs to neither one of them. And Yahweh Shai, He gonna be the one that comes settle their dispute. Okay, dealing with, Jerusalem, because right now they got all these different proposals of how to handle the, two-city state, or, recognize, Palestine as, a sovereign state and all that. Look, Yahweh Shai finna come solve it, man. And it's gonna be through war. He's gonna make war and righteousness, man. Okay, and that place gonna be cleared out, man. Okay, for the true Israelites to come back. Okay, because the time of, all right, you heathens is finished. Okay, beginning with Esau Edom, which is the head of the heathen. All right, and the last heathen to have an influence and authority and the rulership in the earth is Esau, man. So we at that time, all right, of the Gentiles has been fulfilled. The time of these heathen empires and kingdoms in the earth is fulfilled. Esau is the last one up. All right, and he did the absolute worst, man. Okay, you heathens have no case of why you should be in rulership. Okay, all you heathens have shown yourself unworthy and unfit. Okay, to be the rulers of the earth. Okay, and you heathens in these last days have followed Esau in this great rebellion. Okay, because all you heathens are, all right, conglomerate with this nigga in this new world order, which is a complete rebellion and trying to undermine the Most High, man. Okay, and that's why the Most High has this bitch numbered. Okay, and that's why this place is just getting worse and worse. You see, this place is finished, man. Every day, okay, this place loses more and more value, man. Okay, it functions less and less like a society and like a jungle, man. More like a jungle. Okay, let's go here. So let's go back to Daniel. Because I say you heathens are partaking with Esau and trying to undermine the Most High. Okay, these new world orders. Let's go to this word, undermine. So undermine goes into, it said undermine means to gradually weaken, damage, or sabotage the foundation, authority, or effectiveness of someone or something, often through secret or indirect means. And this is what this devil is doing with this new world order, man. And he's been gradually making society rebel against the Most High, to have no reverence for the Most High. To we where we at now, to where the common person feel like they can critique the Most High. They can just get on the internet and say anything, ask any question. Feel like, the Most High needs to explain himself to them. Okay? Satan ain't that bad after all, and all this, So this man has slowly made this the norm in society, man. You couldn't do this. You couldn't do this you couldn't do this in the 90s. The way people speak about the Most High, you couldn't do this in the 90s. Okay, the way people say any and everything against the Most High. Esau has gradually, this man has gradually pushed society into all-out rebellion to where there's no reverence for a higher power. He's gradually done that, which is undermine the reverence, the fear of the Most High. Okay, and the Most High is he's going to allow this man to do this to a certain point, because his days are already numbered. And when this devil get to that last day, man, that's it. Okay? Them nukes getting shot off and Yahweh shot coming back, man, to end this bitch, man. And why it said to undermine means to gradually weaken, damage, or sabotage the foundation, authority, or effectiveness. Okay? This is why he put so much confusion in the Bible. This is why this Christian doctrine, that he associated with the Bible, pushed nothing but confusion. He wanted to destroy the effectiveness of the scriptures of the word. Okay? But see, he has no authority over the Holy Spirit. He can stop the Holy Spirit from entering into the prophets in these last days. Okay? And that's what has this man shook more than anything. This is what has this man, all right, gearing up, all right, to go to war with the nations. He's gearing up to go to war with the prophets. He's gearing up to go to war with the citizens. Okay, he thinks he's going to go. He's prepared to try to go to war with Yahweh Shai when he returns. Okay, so this man has a lot on his plate. Okay, and we're going to see this man begin to move more and more through frustration, man. Okay, so this man in the scripture say, them two horns like a lamb. Okay, this false, two-party government. Okay, this false left-right paradigm. All right, which is nothing but a uniparty. It's one party, it's one system. Okay, but it's just delusion of two separate entities. But now we're finna see them speak like a dragon, man, because he's desperate. He's finna move out of desperation. Okay, he says undermine means to gradually weaken, damage, or sabotage the foundation, authority, or effectiveness of someone or something, often through secret and indirect means, man, because he's been secretly doing this in the background, wanting to replace technology. Wanting to replace the Most High with technology, because he hasn't came out and just said this going to replace the Most High. Okay, now you had the devil, Noah Yuval Harari, which, he's always been reckless for a while. Okay, and he says particular things. Okay, you see, he'll say some things, and lately he did pretty much say that. Okay, the AI is getting ready to replace any religion, that's made of words. Okay, but this is what this devil been working his way up to for a long time, and now he's just coming out with it because first off he's outed. Okay, but even when because he'll allow certain of these Edomites, like the devil, Noah Yuval Harari, to say something and kind of see what the feedback is. Okay, and then he'll pull back once he see that people still resisting against that concept. Okay, he'll put that nigga away for a while, and then he'll let Elon and Trump and Sam Altman come and play all these semantics. Okay, like the AI is just your friend. Okay, like AI is the best thing ever invented. and it's for your benefit. You know, they'll try to do a hard sell, okay, but then they'll pull that back once they get, you know, resistance. They'll pull that back, and then they come through the soft sell with these other characters, man. But either way, all right, this devil, he's trying to undermine the Most High, okay, and that's a major offense. That's a major offense, man. That's not no light offense what this man is trying to do, okay, and the Lord not gonna judge this man lightly for that, man. And you heathens that are in conglomerate with this nigga, man. Okay, but everything is finished, man. This global system, okay, American society is all finished. Okay, you go hit Daniel 5 and and this Daniel 5 and 26, it says, this is what these words mean. Many means number. The Most High has numbered the days of your reign and has brought it to an end. To call, weighed. All right. To call means weighed. You have been weighed on the balances and have not measured up. Okay. Because this devil's wickedness has been unpunished. So the Most High has to even out, okay, the scales of this nigga wickedness with punishment, man. And that's why it's all going to come at one time. Okay. Matter of fact, let's go there to Isaiah. This punishment going to come at one time. Okay. The destruction we finna see with America has just been a build up. Okay. The Lord is going to balance the scale for all the wickedness that Esau has done. Okay. Since he came back in power. Okay. So this devil's wickedness hasn't been punished. All right. To the degree that it deserves. Okay. And the Lord getting ready to send that punishment at one time. That's why you go here, Isaiah 47. And I started at 8, Isaiah 47. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 47, and verse 8. It said, therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasure, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. Okay? So this has been the spirit that's, you know, been amongst the devils, and this is the spirit that has been taken on amongst you inhabitants of Babylon, because you're guilty too, man. You know, as we get on the elites and, you know, the American government, okay, well, you American citizens are lumped up in that judgment too, man. That's why the Lord going to destroy the landmass of America with you people in it. Okay, because you're guilty as hell too, man. All right, you're prideful. Okay, you in full agreement. Okay, of the you know, the American, you know, bully, American empire. Okay, you know, all this self-worship, all this nastiness that goes on, because this whole thing with Epstein, all right, that's not the end and beginning of wickedness and lewdness, okay, in the earth, man. Everybody want to try to make it seem like just the Epstein list is the end and the beginning of wickedness, man. All right, the beginning and the end of wickedness. Nah, man. Okay, all you people are off, man. Adultery is rampant. Okay, you got alphabet communities. Okay, you just got all this, you know, it's all type of nastiness and freakiness that's going on way beyond Epstein, man. Okay, all you people are finished, man. All you are lumped up in the wickedness. Okay, and that's why all you lumped up in the judgment, man. Okay, what you think? Because you're not on the Epstein list, that your wickedness is still, you know, your wickedness is exonerated because you're not on the Epstein list. Okay, and there's nothing but a psyop, man. All right, and you people, you American people, all you're gonna do is make a few memes. Okay, and you're gonna go back to your normal wickedness, man. Okay, you're gonna go back to your normal regimen of wickedness, man. Okay, so you people, you know, you rally around, you know, these little certain events, and You know, you love like the Diddy thing. People went crazy, and then all the memes. You know, Epstein. Okay, same reaction. Okay, then the R. Kelly. All see, you think, you know, just because, all right, you're calling out, you know, when you're not even calling out, you're just making mockery of the people that they want you to make mockery of to keep you distracted. Okay, but you are still in agreement with all this wickedness that goes on a day-to-day basis. Okay, you people want America to be healed. You know, you're hoping that America recovers. You see, which is against the will of the Lord. So all you people are anti-Messiah because you're against the will of the Lord. The Lord wants America destroyed. The Lord wants these heathens in captivity. Okay, the Lord wants a righteous kingdom in the earth. You people don't want that. You 2/3 you Israelites, you don't want that. Okay, you want this place to be healed. Okay, you women, you fell in love with this liberty, all right, of being whores and, you know, loose and doing what you want to do. Okay, you young niggas, you done fell in love. You know, you niggas don't fell in. Even you, Jake, the so-called conservative, and you know, you Republicans now. All right, you entrepreneur niggas. And there's nothing wrong, you know, with having business or, you know, making moves. But see, you niggas have fallen in love with it. This is your end all be all. You're wicked too. Anton Daniels, them type of niggas, man. Okay, is Anton Daniels going to do a special on the Epstein files? He's a big supporter of Donald Trump. Is he going to do a special on the Epstein files? See, you people select what you want to call out. See, we're calling out all wickedness through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. Okay, we're not selecting, okay, call this out or be silent on that. Nah, man, we're calling out everything, man, because it's off, man. The whole thing is off, man. Okay, all these celebrities, everything is off, man. These entertainers, these athletes, all these niggas is off, man. All these niggas is lumped up together in this big freak off, all right, of Hollywood, man. Okay, that ain't no secret. Okay, you shouldn't be astonished at anything that comes out with what Esau was doing and these niggas that have associated themselves, okay, and intermingle themselves within the higher ups amongst Esau, man. Okay, because now it's the move from you celebrities to what? The podcasters. These are new celebrities, man. All right, and you got Israelites that want to jump on these podcasts, man. Okay, with these men that have sold out. Okay, you want to intermingle the ministry, okay, with these podcast niggas, man. Okay, and we see where they go every time. Jake get on these podcasts and they go way left, man, and they get caught up in all type of madness, man, because it's a freak show through and through. Okay, Esau has turned the whole earth, especially America. America itself is just one big freak show, man. The coming woman is just, you know, the things that the coming man and woman do in America, man, is off the charts. Okay, Jake is DL, the woman going both ways. This is the norm. Okay, the Epstein list is just what they put focus on, man. But you just look at the normal nastiness of America, man. This just norm. You got Jake men that's into the Transformers now. That's the thing amongst Jake. You see, Jake, the nigga woman like pegging the man now. That's normal. Like Alazar got caught in there, but that's the norm. These things are becoming normal. This is what they do now. Okay, men sharing their wives with other men, popping their women at the same time. These things are the norm. Okay, what the woman going both ways, and this is the norm amongst America, man. You see, so you people really ain't offended at no damn Epstein, man. It just looked good for social media, something to make a meme about, man. But that's why the Lord finna send all that judgment here at one time, man. Okay, because this is a hypocritical, wicked society, man. Isaiah 47:9, He said, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment. Okay? See, all that judgment has built up, and it's going to come in that one moment. That's the missiles hitting this bitch. Okay? That's going to be all that judgment over the years coming in one moment. Okay? To this careless society, man. Okay? Because you people don't care about righteousness, man. Get out of here, man. America, the American society, people don't care about righteousness, man. Okay? It said, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, and one day, the loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments, man. Okay? Because this is a very satanic, dark society, man. Okay? And like I say, this place is finished. You know, this place is just getting more and more satanic, man. The only thing left for this place is judgment, man. Okay? The Lord gonna balance all this wickedness out with righteous judgment. And he's gonna do it through who? Yahweh Shai. Because what is Yahweh Shai coming to do? It's the book of Revelation, chapter 19 and verse 11. It says, and I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness he doth judge and make war. Okay? So this is Yahweh Shai. So he's coming to make war in righteousness, man. So who's the one that's going to come and bring righteous judgment to this wicked society? It's going to be Yahweh Shai. Okay? And he's going to balance out all this wickedness, man. Okay? Because when you put the deeds of Esau on the scale, okay, and the punishment that he's endured for those deeds is way off. Okay, so Yahweh Shai is coming to bring that balance to this thing, man, with judgment. Okay, no one's gotten away with anything, man. Okay, and see, this and you people, this is the mind of you people, and this is why, you know, there's no fear of a higher power. You know, people move people move around like they can't die, like they can't be harmed, like they, you know, like they're just immune to judgment. But that's because of the spirit that Esau has pushed out there, man. You know, it's Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. It says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in to do evil. Okay, so just because wickedness is not punished immediately, okay, people have it in their mind they can do and say anything. Okay, so people get away with so much wickedness in this society because Esau, he's laxed on wickedness, man. Okay, that's his style of rulership. He's laxed on wickedness, man. Okay, because he doesn't mind, you know, a crime being high. Crime is a $1 billion industry. The prison, industrial, all right, complex. That's a multi-billion-dollar industry. Sin is a $1 billion industry, man. This place functions off that. Okay? This place functions off that, man. You see? So here it is, you know, people in their mind, because Esau runs such a lax rulership. And that's why people love America, man, because, you know, they can get away. You know, you got niggas out here just catching bodies and selling dope. You know, hey, these niggas out here graping. They you know, they doing whatever they want. Ain't seen the handcuff, man. You see, women out here setting niggas up and hitting licks and scheming, and you know, they're wilding. This is a criminal's paradise. Okay, Esau has created a criminal's paradise, man, especially here in America, man. This is a criminal's paradise. Okay, the people that catch the most hell in this society is the blue collar workers. Okay, well, for a criminal, this is a paradise. Okay, for a harlot, this is a paradise. You see, these things are glorified, man. These things are exalted, man. These, like, you know. So the Lord is coming to bring forth righteous judgment, man. Okay, and everything here is finished. It's done. You know, everything is running itself to nothing, man. Okay, Esau has mastered running the earth to the ground. He's accomplished that. This is what the serpent did. He ruined paradise. Cain, he ruined, all right, the earth to he brought the earth to the point to where it had to be a flood. Okay, the descendants of Cain. Now Esau, and he's came back in power. He's brought the earth to the point of nuclear destruction, of a nuclear war, which America is going to be completely destroyed. Okay, it's going to be a global war, and it's going to be, nukes, hit other places, man. But America going to be the place that's wiped off the map, and the Howard Shai is going to be sent back. So so Esau, the serpent ruined paradise. The descendants of Cain brought the flood. The descendants of Esau, okay, have brought the lake of fire, nuclear war. Okay, this third world war. So this is the legacy of Esau, to run the earth to the ground every time. Every time this nigga get involved to get some type of influence, it'd be catastrophic, man. Okay, so this is what we at now. This is what he has led, okay, the earth in this time to this third world war and the second coming of Howard Shah, man. Okay, so that's why you go back to Daniel. You see, it's the book of Daniel, chapter 5. It's Daniel 5 and on 27. Again, it says, Tekel means weighed. You have been weighed on the balances and have not measured up. Portion means divided. Your kingdom has been divided and given to the Medes and Persians. Okay, which we know the Medes and Persians of today. Well, we know the Medes. All right, prophetically, that's Russia today, and the Persians are the Persians of today, which are Iran. Okay, and we know, all right, that they, linked tight, especially this last year militarily, man. Okay, and they gonna be at the forefront of taking down Babylon, and ultimately, when Babylon falls, that's the end of Esau's empire, because Yahweh Shai is coming to intervene to take down all the militaries, okay, of the earth at that time. Okay, but Russia and Iran gonna play a crucial part, okay, in kicking off this war, okay, this third world war, to the point that Yahweh Shai is going to return. Okay, because whenever Iran and Russia go to direct war with America, okay, then that's going to be World War III. Okay, and eventually it's going to go nuclear, and that's the return of Yahweh Shai. All right, and the only thing left for this place is judgment, man. Let's get that. That's the only thing left. Everything else is done. The music trash, food getting worse, women out of there. Okay, the women through. Okay, sports done. Okay, entertainment, move. Everything is done. Everything is, the only thing worth getting excited for is the coming of Yahweh Shai, man. Everything is done. Okay. Hey, this place is done. It's done had its prime, it's done peaked out, and it's in complete decline, man. And it's declining faster, man. Okay. So let's go it's Second Ezra chapter 7 in verse 33. It says, and the Most High shall appear upon the seat of judgment, and misery shall pass away, and the long suffering shall have an end. And how is the Most High going to appear on the seat of judgment? Through Yahweh Shai. That's how the Most High is going to appear on the seat of judgment, is through Yahweh Shai. Okay, on their chariot, man, because Yahweh Shai is coming as the representative of his Father with all power to execute judgment, man. Yahweh Shai is coming back with all power to execute judgment, man, to show Esau he ain't no God. Okay, to show Esau he not on no level, man. To show Esau that this man has been overhyped and overrated for a long time. Okay, That's what Yahweh Shai is coming to show. And when he show up, it's over. When Yahweh Shai show up, it's over. Okay? When the first little millimeter of that chariot, all right, enter into this realm, it's over. Okay? You can pack it up. Okay? And it says, verse 34, it said, but judgment only shall remain, truth shall stand, and faith shall wax strong. So the only thing that's going to remain is judgment. That's the only thing that's finna be out here is judgment, man. That's the only thing that's left. Everything else is done. Okay? This man has ruined every aspect of life, man. The only thing left is to end this place, man, is the judgment. Okay? And it says, and judgment only shall remain, truth shall stand, and faith shall wax strong, man, because as we see these prophecies manifest more and more, our faith is going to be our faith is going to shoot through the roof, man. For the believers, the hopeful elect, as we see these things, man, our faith is going to shoot through the roof, man. Lord, will we endure, man? The Lord keep us, in our right mind in these times, man. May we be kept. You true believers, man. You sincere brothers, man, out there on the front line. Okay. Risking it all for this thing, man. Hey, may we be kept. You few sisters, man, that sincerely believe. Okay. May you be kept, man. May we be kept in these times, man. And our faith is going to increase as we see these things happen in real time. Okay. And it says, verse 35, it says, and the work shall follow, and the reward shall be showed, and the good deeds shall be a force, and the wicked deeds shall bear no rule, man. Okay, so all this wickedness that the devil has done is going to bear no rule. But all the goodness of the elect, through Yahweh Shai, that's going to be a force, man. We're going to reap mercy in that day. We're going to have provisions in that day. It's going to be a standard lifted in that day. Okay? So those whom this world hates and ridicules, well, that's going to pay off. You see? Fearing the Lord going to pay off. Serving the Lord going to pay off. Okay? But all this wickedness, okay, it's going to be of no force. Okay? It's going to mean nothing, man. You see? So it says, and the work shall follow, and the reward shall be shown, and the good deeds shall be of force, and the wicked deeds shall bear no rule, man. It's the end of the wicked empire, man, where the wicked flourish. But that's going to stop immediately, man. Okay? The Heavenly Father, through Yahweh Shai, going to bring a swift stop to this wicked empire, man. So that was a point. Just wanted to get into it. Lord will, you brothers. All right, then you sisters was edified once again. I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.